Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a great day. And as you come in, say hi so I'll know who's on with me. Hope you guys had a great day today. Hope everybody's doing good on this thankful Thursday. We're just thankful to see another Thursday. Hope everybody's doing good today. Hey, Jess. Hope everybody's doing good. Hello, Facebook Live. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Hope everybody had a great day today. And give everybody a few minutes to get on. And as usual, when you come in, say hi in the chat so I know who's on with me. And it looks like we're going to get another storm today. Like it's been storming here every day this week. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Hope everybody had a good day. Hey, Lee. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Serenity. Hey, Katrina. Hope you guys are doing good. And this is S.O.P. presents Tidbits with Peaches. S.O.P. is Shalom with Peace Ministries, where Pastor James McCallum is the pastor, located in Archdale, North Carolina. If you didn't know what the S.O.P. means, that's what it means. And I am Peaches, and I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everybody had a good day. Hope everything is going well. I'm trying to give everybody a few minutes to get on. Lee, you doing good? Tell my godson I said happy birthday. Hey, Evan. Hey, Juice. So we're going to get started. Again, this is S.O.P. Presents Tidbits with Peaches. We do this every Thursday at 6. Hope everybody's doing good. The first thing I like to do is I usually shout out the businesses that I do have on my list. We have Ashika Clark. We all know that she has Triple C's Cakes. She does cakes, all kinds of treats. She in Greensboro. She do travel. If you need any kind of cake, any desserts, hit her up. Monica Gramlin has B&J's Creation. She does all kinds of things. She does T-shirt stalls, anything. And she is in Waynesboro, North Carolina. We have Marie Luxury Handbags, which is Marie Horn. She does the pocketbooks, bags, shoes, accessories. Vanessa's VP Learning. She's in High Point. She has 789 Nails. We have Wake Up Creations. We do T-shirts, which is Jessica Charity and myself. We have a website, wakeupcreations.com. Go on and check us out. We got some wonderful T-shirts. Ferris Childcare out of Morven, North Carolina. She's a 5-star daycare. If you're looking for daycare, check her out. Moore County TV Mount is two brothers, the Ware brothers. They do security cameras. They do TV mounts. Junior's Music Store and more, which is in Virginia. He has all kinds of equipment, sound equipment. He has guitars, amplifiers. He do lessons for guitars, pianos. He rent band instruments. So check him out. He's in Virginia. Trinity Coaching, which is myself. I am a certified life coach. If you know anyone that's in need of a life coach, hit me up. Latoya Sullivan, she's in Indian Trail. She have Divine Accessories and Phenomenal You Accessories. Shay Jackson Green, she has Trendsetters and Trendy Travels out of Waysboro. We also have Perfect Pictures with Kiki. She does photos, and then we have Kiki's Design, where she makes T-shirts, masks, and etc. We also have First Lady Bennett. She does all kinds of wreaths and things. She shows her things on Mount Sinai's page. We have Prime America, which is Pastor McCallum, Charity, and Darius Baxter for life insurance. If I missed anybody, I try not to, and I think that's all that I do have. Tracy Kreft, she's First Lady Kreft. She does paparazzi. If you need any paparazzi jewelry, she does pop up different times on Facebook. Check her out. And if you're in Anson, Marlboro, Union, surrounding areas, Amp Clark will be having a hair show, and I believe it's July, I want to say 30th, but check the flyers that are going around. Get your tickets. He's an awesome barber. He's had some awesome stylists there. My cousin Step will be there. She's a stylist. I don't know all of the stylists, but I knew that there are some awesome stylists. His nephew Bodine is a barber. So if you are in that area, support them. Go out and support. They'll have all different kinds of vendors there. So do that. Show your support for him. And again, that's Amp Clark's. It's the Hair Legends of the South. And that'll be, the flyer is going around. I don't want to say the date because I be done said it wrong. Whew, that's a mouthful. Let me catch my breath. And y'all, I was rushing because I was trying to eat. So y'all forgive me, I was a few minutes late. So last week we talked about choices and things that we choose to do and things that we choose to accept and things that we choose to allow. We know that everything we do, we have a choice. So we have to stand by the choices that we make. We have to accept what comes from the choices that we make. And in making those choices, sometimes we sit back and we have to realize that we choose and we allow. We choose and we accept. So in everything that we do, hey, Vanessa, we make those choices because we have the right to choose. And then if you choose it, that means what comes along with it, you have to accept it because you chose to do that. So we have to be willing to accept the consequences that come behind the choices that we make because we have freedom of choice. So that was a recap of last week. Hey, sister, how are you? Whew, I am winded today, but we're going to get through it. Today, I want to talk a little bit about trust and communication. We've also talked about the process of things and what we learn and how we process, and that sometimes the process is difficult. The waiting part is difficult. The transitioning part is difficult. But in every situation, we have to learn to trust the process and consequences. That's right, Vanessa. We have to be willing to accept what goes along with the process and trust the process, because sometimes in the midst of the process is the hardest part. We were talking about transitioning last week, me and Minister McCallum. And sometimes the transition of it is difficult and it's uncomfortable. But then you have to trust the process in the middle of the transition, because the transition is just moving you from one place to the next place. Hey, Lenore, which could be an uncomfortable place. But in everything that we do, we have to trust the process. Even when you're going for a job interview or you stepping into a new place, or you have to trust the process because you're stepping into something new. You're transitioning from one job to the next job. Now, you were familiar with your old job. You were comfortable with your old job, but you're transitioning to a new place. But you still got to trust the process, because when you step on the scenes of the new job, you might not understand everything. It's a process. You go through training first. So you have to trust the process of the training, that you're going to learn what you need to learn within them 90 days. It's a transition. So you're transitioning from one place to another place. So even in your natural walk and in your spiritual walk, you got to trust the process and know that you're just transitioning from one place to the other place. It may be uncomfortable because a lot of us, when we have to learn new things, it becomes uncomfortable for us. That's when people want out, because it's called change. That's right. I say that all the time too, Vanessa. People want change, but they don't want to go through the changes to get to the change. So we have to accept the changes that come along with change, just like we have to accept the uncomfortable part of transition. So sometimes transition is hard, but we have to trust the process of it. We have to be able to communicate too. So trust and communication go hand in hand in everything that we do. And when I was looking over my notes for this, how God gave it to me, he said, trust is the foundation. Communication is the glue, but God is in the center of it all. So as long as we got him in the center, we can trust the process and we can communicate, our foundation should be solid. So we should be able to have that in the midst of no matter what transition, whatever process we're in, we have to trust and know that the trust is the foundation. The communication is the glue, Because even in our spiritual walk, we have to trust his process, but we still have to communicate with him. So we can say, well, God, can you show me or make it clear for me so I can understand that I've got to trust this process, that it's going to get better. I'm communicating with him, but I'm still trusting that he still got my best interest at heart. I trust him with it. I'm transitioning, but I'm still trusting. I'm moving from one place to the other, but I'm still trusting. Even though it's uncomfortable, I'm trusting because I got to learn to trust the process. I've got to trust this thing. I got to trust me enough to know that if I trust me, I trust him, so I trust him with me. So me and him together, hey Kim, me and him together gonna walk it out because I trust him. I communicate that with him. Lord, I trust you no matter what. I trust you. I'm communicating that with you. I'm in a situation right now, hey, Tish, that is uncomfortable, God, but I'm still trusting you. I don't know how to move, but I'm still trusting you. My foundation has been solid, God, because I'm putting my trust in you. I'm communicating to you right now that this place may be uncomfortable, but I know you got me. I trust you. Yes, ma'am. You're talking good. Hey, Quita. So in this position right now, in this season, in this place, I'm still trusting you. I don't care, God, I may be crying, but I'm trusting you because I'm trusting the process. I know that I got to transition from this to this. So while I'm in this right here, I'm trusting you. I'm still trusting you. I'm uncomfortable, but I'm trusting you. I don't understand everything, but I'm trusting you because I can't keep leaning on my understanding. Because he said, lean not to thy own understanding. So I can't lean to my understanding, God, because sometimes I don't get it right. It ain't always what I feel or what I'm perceiving it to be. Because, sometimes we do that. But God, I got to trust you. I got to trust you because I know you know the real. You know all. I can't hide anything from you. I can't put on this persona that is all good when it ain't good. So I got to trust you with the good, the bad, and the ugly because you already know. So I've got to be comfortable enough to say, God, you already know. So I'm just going to be real with you, Lord. I'm uncomfortable. I need you to help me right here because I'm uncomfortable. I know this may be transition, but I'm still uncomfortable. I'm not sure. This is not what I'm used to, but I still gotta trust you and I gotta communicate with you.
At the backyard.
He flipped that thing for me. He said, because in your spiritual and your natural, your relationships are built on trust and communication. If you don't trust them, then what's the point? If y'all don't talk about it, you got to talk about it. You can't hold it. You got to talk about it. And when he was giving me this yesterday, I was writing it down and I said, well, Lord, you talking good. Because sometimes we don't trust enough to communicate. We don't trust enough to tell the real. We don't trust enough, but we got to begin to trust ourselves in our relationships, whether they're natural or spiritual. You got to trust that in that moment that you need to say what you need to say, and you got to be able to communicate it. You can't hold it. Communication is important. Trust is important. Because if you don't have trust, you don't have a foundation for communication. So without the trust, how are you going to communicate? Because you don't trust them. So you got to be able to trust so you can communicate how you're feeling. So if you don't trust them, you're not going to give them your feelings. So you got to trust them so you can communicate that in natural and spiritual. So in your spiritual walk, I trust you, God. So I know I can freely communicate with you. I don't have to hold it back. I don't have to sit back and try to hide how I really feel because you already know. But I'm going to communicate that too. I'm going to let you know because sometimes I got to say, God, I don't understand. I don't understand. I know what you spoke, I know what you said, but I don't understand. But then I have to go back to say I'm not going to always understand everything because probably I couldn't fathom everything that he knows. There is no way I could understand everything that he's doing. So sometimes we're not going to understand. We just got to trust the process. We're not going to understand everything. We just got to trust the process and know that even in the uncomfortable place, and I keep saying that because somebody's in an uncomfortable place, but you got to trust the process to know that in that uncomfortable place, if it's squeezing you, he's trying to get something out of you. That means he's squeezing you so he can get the oil out. If he's squeezing you, he's squeezing some more anointing out. So if it's squeezing you, just know that that squeeze got a purpose. That uncomfortableness have a purpose. That pain has a purpose. Whatever the situation is, it has a purpose. So when we can look at it, if it's hitting right now, it has a purpose. It has a purpose. It's trying to get something out of you. So whatever's hitting you, know that it has a purpose. Yeah, we get physically tired, but spiritually, God is hitting me, but I know it has a purpose. It don't feel good, but I know it's got a purpose. I feel like I'm backed in the wall, but I know it has a purpose. And I trust you and understand that you got me no matter what. No matter what the situation is, God, I'm trusting you in this process because I know you're going to come through. You ain't left me yet. You ain't never turned your back on me. I know you're going to come through for me. I don't have any other choice but to trust you. Hey, Tony, yes, trust the process. Sometimes we have to do that. And in this late in the season, we don't have any other choice but to trust him and trust his process. People been saying it for years. It's getting late in the evening, but y'all, it's really getting late. We don't have time to waste time. We don't have time anymore. I gotta trust his process. I don't have any other choice, and neither do you. If you listening to me today, you don't have a choice anymore. We gotta choose to do this thing. We gotta choose to keep fighting. It's gonna get worse before it get better. So we gotta choose to fight on the good days, choose to fight on the bad days. I can't quit now. I done come too far. I cannot. And if he did it before, Lord knows he gonna do it again. He not gonna let you fall. You gotta know that he got you. He gonna come through. He is gonna come through. Trust the process and know that he's coming. He's gonna come through. Process is just a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. So that's all the process is. We're taking a series of actions or steps in order to achieve a particular end. I'm taking these steps so I can get to that particular end. I'm choosing to keep pushing. I'm choosing to understand that in the midst of this purpose, in the midst of this process, it has a purpose. So I'm choosing to know that my steps are ordered by him. He said the steps of the righteous man are ordered by God. So I'm choosing to know that I'm taking these steps to come to a particular end. I'm choosing to understand that I got to trust the process. We all have a choice. We can all make a decision. We can all choose what we're going to do and how we react and how we're going to move. That's our choice. We said that last week. So I'm choosing to trust God. I'm choosing to communicate. I'm choosing to trust him. I don't have any other choice. I'm choosing today to trust him. I'm choosing to keep fighting. I'm choosing to keep moving. I'm choosing to keep doing it because God gonna do it. He gonna show up. He gonna come through. And I believe that with everything in me, he's gonna come through. If we stand as believers and know who we are and who we serve, then he don't have any other choice. If we're living righteously and we living close to him as we know, we acknowledging him in all our ways, I know that he's going to come through. I believe that. I believe that. And I'm not selfish. So when I say, God, when you show up for me, show up for everybody connected to me. Just don't come through for me. You come through for everybody connected to me. I don't want to be selfish because when I come out, I want people around me to come out because I don't want to just hold it for just me. I want everybody to have peace. I want everybody to have love. I want everybody to be blessed. I want us to have to the point where our latter is greater than our former, that we're coming into our better days. Better days aren't, we're coming into them. We're stepping into the now. So if I'm speaking it, I'm speaking it for you. I will trust him in this process. That's right. So if I'm speaking those things not as though they were, I'm not just speaking for myself. Yes, Lord, everybody connected to me. Yes. I'm not just speaking it for myself. I'm speaking it for everybody connected to me. My words have power. I believe what I say. So if I'm saying God bless me, that means God bless everybody connected to me. Everybody that's looking for an answer, God, I'm expecting you to answer them. I'm expecting you to show up for that sister or that brother that's hurting. I'm expecting you to come through, God. I'm expecting it because I know you can and I know you will. That's why I believe that I have to trust the process. Even in my uncomfortable places, I'm trusting you, God. Even in the uncomfortable place, I'm trusting you because I know you're going to come through. I know you are God that cannot lie. You're Alpha and Omega. You're Jehovah Rapha. You're Jehovah Nisi. You're everything, God. You're all seeing. You're all knowing. You sit high and you look low. So I know you see what the state is going on. I know you see us hurting. I know you see us crying. I know you see us crying out. But I know you're going to come through. I know it. I don't have a doubt in me that he's not going to come through, that he is not going to show up for us. I believe that. I believe that. I believe it. I believe it. I just want you to understand that trusting him in the midst of the process, in the midst of transition, in the ugly places, trust him. Trust him. Trust him. Even when it feels hard, trust him. Even when you don't see nothing, trust him because he's working behind the scenes. Trust him anyway. Even when the enemy try to make it look like it ain't gonna happen what was spoken, trust him anyway because it's his job to make it look that way. Trust him anyway. When everything hit you all at once, trust him. Trust him anyway. I always say this: a robber is not gonna come steal break into an empty house. So it's something in you that's valuable. If the enemy keep coming at you, there's something valuable in you that he does not want to get out. Remember that. We all have something in us because God gave all of us gift and talents. He didn't overlook somebody. We may not all do the same thing, but we all have a gift and a talent because he gave it to us. So if the enemy is attacking you, that means there's something in you that he does not want to get out. Just trust the process and know that God got you. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't give in. Don't turn around. Don't just trust God. Just trust God. Just trust God and trust the process because greater is coming. Greater is coming. Greater is coming. Better days are coming. Lenore preached a sermon on Pastor's anniversary. Better days are coming. And I believe that some better days are here. I believe we got to walk into our better days. We got to walk into the better and know that God is there in the bad, the good, and the ugly. But I speak better days. I speak peace. I speak love. I speak those things. I believe that. I believe that. It's so many people hurting, so many people waiting on answers, so many people looking for direction, so many people. But I believe that God has got who he needs to speak what needs to be spoken because it's not about us, it's about the God in us. It's nothing great about me. Ain't nothing great, but I serve a great God. And he saw fit to choose me. So, God, today I thank you for that because he chose me. Yes, Lord, we walk into better. Yes, we do. We're walking into better. We're walking into better. We're walking into better. So I thank God today. You know, when I think about how much is going on, and I was going down my timeline today, and it was just so much negative things about preachers and pastors and different things that I believe that every minister, every preacher has to live what they talk about. You got to be sold out to this thing. And because we're all human, but we still got to live what we talk about. So I pray every day, God, if there's anything in me that's not like you, please take it out. Take it out because I want to do this and I want to do it genuinely and I want to be real at this. I don't have time to waste time. I say this all the time. I've been through too much hell to go to hell. So, God, I ask you to continue to keep me, keep everyone connected to me, build us up where we're torn down and strengthen us where we're weak. Just give us the more and more zeal to chase after you like never before, knowing that there are some hurting people that we need to reach. So, God, you help us, help you make our lives better. I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. I'll check up. Well, we'll check back in next Thursday at the same time. Y'all keep praying for one another. Keep checking on each other. Make sure that you understand that you got to trust God in the process. It ain't been an easy walk for some of us, but we still got to trust the process. Somebody is hurting today. Somebody's going through. Somebody's about ready to throw up their hands. But God, I pray right now that you minister to that brother, that sister, and let them know that they are not alone. They are not alone, that you're walking right there with them. So it's just heavy on me today. And I don't want to cry on here, so I'm going to get off. But it is really heavy on me today. So y'all pray for one another. Love one another. That God, that we'll be there for people and that we'll genuinely be there and that we're genuine because somebody really is about at wit's end. So today, God, I speak right now. I speak life. I speak life that the enemy will not destroy what God has already appointed for something else. So don't give up. Don't quit. It may be hard and you may feel like giving up, but don't give up. And I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a great rest of your day.